Hey guys, as always, welcome to the video. This is indeed my draft analysis for the UNPL Academy. Yes, we are in the UNPL Academy, the sister league to the main league, and an upload required draft league, so you better be ready to see some banger videos. Before we get into this orchestra of a draft, I'd like to thank Danny, alongside the rest of the commissioners and admins over at UNPL, for giving me this opportunity. It is truly amazing. Also, big shout out to my boy Umbra for the draft analysis layout you're about to see, as that was all him. Make sure to go check him out, his draft analysis, and his season, as he deserves it. Okay, enough talking. Let's get into this. Okay, welcome to the draft analysis for the Melbourne Marowaks Season 4 UNPL Academy. This is the Kitakami division. It is not Season 4 of the Academy, but it is Season 4 of the main league, so it does all count to Season 4. Anyways, UNPL Academy technically Season 1, Day 0. This is, Melbourne Marowaks. First, before we get into this draft analysis, real quick, I just wanted to say big shout out to Killio Boom and his fiance for the new logo. It was amazing. It looks really good. Thank you. And yeah, I guess let's get into it, shall we? So, for starters, turn 1, we were pick 7 in the draft. We were pick 7 in the draft. It's a really annoying spot. Pick 7 out of 12 is not very good. It's middle of the pack. It's hard to get synergy. But I think we've drafted ourselves quite a good team. There's a lot of things like should note, like Terra is low tier, so it's 12 points and under. And you can have 1 stab, 2 other types. Stella is allowed, but it's only allowed for 6 points and under. There's some notable ones that can use it quite well, but honestly, Stella overall is a Terra. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it's the best, but it's definitely interesting to work with. Anyways, yeah, first pick, it got around to us, pick 7, and this Pokemon was still around, and I saw it, and I'm like, really want to use it. I'm like, it looks really good. It looks really strong. It was between Iron Bundle. Iron Valiant was still around. I was going to pick that, but Iron Valiant, Iron Bundle, they're boring. Everyone uses them. I wanted to use Latios. So first pick, we got Latios. Latios is big. It drops those big Lost to Purges. It can run Choice Specs. It can run Choice Scarf. It can run a whole lot of amount of items, leftovers. I think Soldu's allowed. I'm not sure. I have to check that, but I'm pretty sure it is. It can run Carmine sets, maybe even 1 week Dragon Dance sets, because its 90 attacks not terrible, but its special attacks that high that we're more likely to run special attacking sets with Carmine. It gets so much access. It gets access to Psychic Noise to prevent healing. Slash Shock, it's just really strong store power sets with weakness buffs. It could go good. Thunder Wave, Trick, and it just does so many things so well, and that's what you want in a Pokemon from draft. Essentially, that's who I drafted first. I'm really happy with that pick. Next up, so third pick, I was actually planning on getting Iron Treads, and the next pick, I was planning on getting a strong Dark type to cover some of Latios's weaknesses. And because eventually I wanted to get a Ghost type down the line. You'll find out soon. I wanted to get a Ghost type down the line, and having those Dark and Ghost weaknesses from Latios means that when I inevitably get a Ghost type down the line, I'm going to keep those weaknesses. So I wanted to get a Dark type early on. It's not the most defensive Dark type, but it was still on the list. I've never used it myself before, but I always really love this Pokemon. It's such an offensive threat. It's fast at like 122 speed, I think. That is Greninja. Now, Greninja is very strong. It can run Torrent, Protean, Battle Bond. Torrent is still good with Focus Sash even. Focus Sash, Torrent, Water Shuriken, Swords Dance. What is there more to say? That's good. Protean is good for like just moving momentum, switching around, keeping your typing changing, so then they have to always prepare for a new one. And Battle Bond is just like it's like a Moxie that boosts every stat once per battle, and I think that's just good because that's really strong. Greninja's a really strong offensive threat, both physically and specially. I can play with many different items, and that's what, like I said from Latios, what you want in a draft. You want versatility, and that's what Greninja gives us. Greninja gives us amazing versatility, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy this with the Greninja. I never really used it before, like I said. Looking forward to using it. Strong Pokemon. Now next up, so Iron Treads was the plan, but it actually got taken from us. So what I did was I moved my 4th pick up to my 3rd pick, just in case it would get stolen. And my 3rd pick at 10 points, you gotta think it's so low, 10 points, why? Was actually Petulant, and I'm hoping I say it right. It's the new Pokemon, Poison Ghost type. I really wanted to use it because it's new, and not many people know what it does. I probably don't know what it does myself, but it's definitely new. It's not the most overpowered Pokemon. It's at 10 points for that reason. But I wanted to use something new, and that's what I would get. And I think it could be pretty strong if the other team doesn't have a strong poison type or a strong like defensive steel type. You know, it can be pretty powerful. It's a really good utility. It doesn't get toxic spikes, but its ability Poison Puppeteer means that if a Pokemon is poisoned, they also become confused. And its signature move is Malignant Chain, 50% chance to badly poison, 100 base power special poison move that doesn't miss. Oh no, sorry, it can miss. It's 100% accurate, but it's 100% accuracy. You know what I mean? I think this thing could be really cool. I do not know what sets to run on it, but we shall see. It would have been really nice if they gave this thing body press, but then again, at a 60 defense, you're not giving this thing body press. This thing will just wreck steel types then, and it'd be hard to counter. If it had body press, I think it could have moved up a few tiers, even maybe 6. I reckon it could be 16 if it had. All it had to give was body press. It is Terra locked or Terra Band, however you say it, so which is obvious because it's being at 10 points, you don't want to Terra this thing. If you go up again, if this Terra is like probably like Terra Fire, Terra Ground, Terra Fighting, it just deals with steel types. Deal with steel types. More likely Terra Ground actually to deal with poison types as well. But yeah, if this thing gets access to Terra, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's got weird stats. I'm really looking forward to use this thing. Yeah. Well, next up, we wanted a strong steel type. And this strong steel type, we wanted to have access to Defog or Rapid Spin. Now, the option with Rapid Spin is obviously Iron Treads and Extra, but they were both taken in the same round before I could even get Petulant, so it didn't come back to my turn. So the next steel type I could really think of that's strong offensive threat physically, and it has Defog is Sizzle. Now, Sizzle doesn't usually run Defog. I mean, it can. But Sizzle has so many different sets. Choice Band, Bullet Punch just destroys everything. Technician just boosts it all. It is a really, really, really powerful Pokemon. Acrobatics, I can run that. Brick Breaks, Bullet Punch, Close Combat. Gets the whole thing, bro. It's just strong. Knockoff for utility. Don't know why I would run Quick Attack. Swords Dance would be nice. U-Turn for momentum. Trailblaze even. It's just really strong, and this is also very offensively strong threat. And defensively, it does quite well with 100 defense and 80 special defense, 70 HP. It does quite well, to be honest. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to using Sizzle. And yeah, Sizzle is just a regular old Sizzle. So yeah. Next up, we have this water type that I actually stole from Trey. I'm sorry, Trey. We have a water type that's really strong. It's new to DLC 2, but it's not new to the game. We've got Primarina. Now, I wasn't really planning on getting Primarina. I never really thought about it. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was like, I need a water fairy type, and shout out to Mia, who actually told me about Primarina and one of the Pokemon later on. I needed a strong water type, and I decided to go. I decided to go Primarina after I found out about this thing. It's really strong defensively. I needed a strong defensive water type. That's what I'm trying to say, sorry. Needed a strong defensive water type, special defensive, and it's pretty strong. It does the job quite well. 126 special attack, liquid voice. Pokemon sound-based moves become water type, which is very interesting. I personally never used this thing before. Never seen it being used in battle. I was more of a Decidueye guy myself when I played Sun and Moon. And even Incineroar a little bit, but I liked Decidueye more. Never really put much thought into or care into this, but now we are. So Alluring Voice, it gets that in the new. It gets Psychic Noise and Alluring Voice in the new DLC, which is really handy. It does big damage with that. I'm pretty sure Psychic, Noise, and Alluring Voice are both sound moves, so they become water type, which is really nice. Yeah, it's just a really strong Pokemon. Also, the fact that I can run a 90 base power water type move in Hyper Voice because of it becoming water type, which is really nice. Or Spark, actually no, it gets Sparkling Aria. Yeah, I forgot about that. But that Sparkling Aria is kind of like a, if they, I don't know, it's more like, I think it could be nice Sparkling Aria against Guts Pokemon to get rid of their burn, because I think that could be quite funny. Like get rid of their burn and I don't know what else I'll do with it, but just getting rid of their burn so they do less damage could be quite funny. Yeah, Eye is a really strong Pokemon defensively, and I really like it. Yeah, moving on. Next up, we have a Ground type. Now, I needed a Ground type bad. I also needed a Rapid Spinner, and there's not many Ground Rapid Spinners. You got, I think you got Sandslash. You got obviously Great Tusk and Treadwheel. We were both taken. So I got their brother, Donphan. Donphan, the OG Great Tusk, the OG Iron Treads. Donphan does it all. Sturdy, it always lives. That first hit, which is amazing. It gets Rapid Spin, Earthquakes to hit hard. It also gets access to Ice Spinner and Ice Shard, which is really nice. So that's Ice Shard priority, could be really nice. Ice Spinner could be really nice. Knock off for utility. It does get Play Rough and Poison Jab, which I didn't know. It's got a wide moveset, honestly. Rock Slide, Rock moves, which most ground types do get. And then it gets Seed Bomb to hit those like Gastrodons. Trailblaze to even increase its speed, but although it's at 50 base speed, it's not that high. 120 base attack, 120 defense is pretty powerful. It can be a right offensively, physically, and it can be it's pretty good defensively. Really good. Can run Assault Vest to help that special defense, 60 special defense out. Yeah, it's a really strong Pokemon. Body Press can be ran if I want to just run fully physically defensive. High horsepower, if there's terrain, I can run Ice Mirror alongside that. Yeah, it's really nice Pokemon here. Stealth Rocks, it's a Stealth Rock setup. Doesn't get spikes, unfortunately, but it's fine. Yeah, I really like it. Next up, now this is another one that me and Wilmir told me about, and I sort of thought about it, and I realized, yeah, it is pretty broken. At 12 points, being able to Terra. So this is my first Terra captain I'm going to be noting. Being able to Terra at 12 points, this is a really strong one. Malawetta. Now, you would have seen it in the thumbnail probably. But yeah, Malawetta and Primarina are both in the Orchestra. They're both singers. But yeah, Malawetta is really strong, being both mixed, so it can be physical and special attacking. But the way it does that is through Relic Song, and it can only do that once. It can do it multiple times, but it can only do it while it's out. Once it switches out, it becomes back to the normal Malawetta. Basically, yeah, it's really powerful. Relic Song can put people to sleep. Serene Grace means it's 20% chance to put people to sleep. Pokemon to sleep, other Pokemon to sleep. Yeah, really strong. It gets a lot of coverage physically and specially. And then I decided, now they're subject to change. I've decided to run normal, electric, fairy. Now, normal makes sense to me for some reason. I think normal just makes sense to me. I don't know why. I feel like hitting Pokemon hard with that normal Terra. That could change to Psychic, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about fighting, I have to check it. I don't know if it's allowed to have fighting as one of its stabs. But Psychic, it could change to being that when it switches to physical, I can run a physical Psychic move like Zen Headbutt, I'm pretty sure it gets. But Zen Headbutt's subject to missing, so that's the annoying thing. So I can run Terra Blast Psychic as well, which could be really neat. But yeah, we're gonna go normal Terra, electric and fairy. That is, fairy makes sense to me, and then electric to break those bulky waters because that's what we're struggling with. But yeah, fairy makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't know, fairy just makes a lot of sense to me. So we're gonna go with that normal electric fairy. Sounds good. I could subject to change, like I said. Terra Fire could be nice as well, since it doesn't get a lot of offensively for Terra Fire, and it's hard to hit steel types. Unless it Terras. Unless it becomes Malawetta, Pirouette, whatever. Yeah, Pirouette, I think it's how to say it. And you go CC, so it can hit those steel types. But yeah, I think Malawetta is a pretty strong Pokemon, and I really like it. Next up, we have one that Danny actually recommended to me to pick up. Is actually Incineroar. Now, Incineroar strong. Now, this is the second what's it called? Alolan starter I have on my team because I got both Incineroar and Primarina. No, I did not pick up the Decidueye. That's all I had the trio. Would have been funny. Intimidate's really strong, and then it gets a lot of good coverage, surprisingly, like Earthquake. Obviously, it's fire coverage, dark coverage, and then fighting. And then it also gets Iron Head, like a lot of coverage. It's really strange. I didn't realize you got that much coverage. Yeah, it gets the new move Temper Flare, which is really nice. So I don't have to actually go for Flare Blitz and damage myself in doing so. It's really good utility-wise. It's amazing. I can run Rocky Helmet on it. It's really good defensive Pokemon overall. And I think it could be really good on my team. Now, for my next pick, I decided to pick up a 3-pointer. Now, because I was struggling with the ground weakness. My ground weakness wasn't the best. I was having issues with that. And I decided I needed a Pokemon that could be immune to ground, so I went with Levitate Haunter, and it's actually my next Terra Captain. At 3 points, Haunter does it all. It has Terra Poison, Terra Electric, Terra Dark, which makes sense to me. Terra Electric is nice because it's Levitate, so it has no weaknesses once it Terra's Electric. Terra Dark is nice to counter its weaknesses, and then Terra Poison is just nice to have, I guess. Also, because Terra Poison is only weak to Psychic with Haunter, and I also have Terra Dark in the back, so then he's got to be wary that I might be immune to that Psychic. So I like the coverage it's got there with that as well. It could be good offensively. Honestly, I've never used Haunter. I don't think I've ever used Gengar actually. I know they do get a lot of coverage moves, so this could be really nice. Offensively, 115 special attack, 95 speed's pretty good. I don't know if I want to be running. I think I can run an Eviolite, but I think I'm honestly better suited to run Scarf or Specs or something on this. It could be really strong. Or even a Focus Sash when I see it get nasty plot off and then sweep. It could be really strong with Hex, Nightshade. It does get Toxic Spikes, which is really nice to set those. Will-O-Wisp, Trick, Toxic, Thunderbolt. Yeah, I'm just noting things now, but yeah, it's really nice. It does not get Psychic Noise, which I know Misdreavus did get, but that's fine. I still think it's pretty good. Next up, we have my third and last Terra Captain. Now, I was really thinking about this, and it looks like it could be really strong. We have it Terra Stellar, Terra Fire, Terra Grass, and that is Servine. Now, Servine looks to be really strong. We're going to see how that Terra Stellar works. Could change later on in the season if it's not really good, and I need more coverage instead. But I think with Terra Grass, Terra Fire, well, I have to run Terra Grass, but with Terra Fire, I hit most of the things I don't already hit, like Steel types. And then with the Terra Stellar pretty much, I'm pretty sure, I still don't know how it works with Terra Blast. I know it hits everything, and I'm pretty sure it's super effective on other Terras, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that'd be good because I think it also decreases your special attack, but with Contrary it increases mine, and the same with Leaf Storm. Terra Grass, Leaf Storms just go hard. This is just a really strong offensive threat with Terra, I reckon. Only 60 special attack, but it works with that because it can have boosts due to those like Leaf Storms and stuff. It's also only got 60 physical attack. I don't know if I'm ever going to run it physically because it struggles a little with having to run Sword Stance maybe. I could see this thing running Eviolite actually with 75 and then 60 HP. It could be alright. But yeah, Terra wise, this thing might be alright, could do good. Yeah, I think I really like it. And with only 1 point left, I decided I only have Defog and Rapid Spin. I was like, give me one more spinner, cheap spinner that can set basically every hazard at 1 point, and it can still do alright with like a Sash or something. Give me Glimmet. Now Glimmet's literally just there to like set hazards, doesn't do anything else. Not much to talk about here, it just sets hazards, I'm pretty sure. So like that's pretty much it there. Yeah, I hope you like the team. I think we could really have a chance here. Latios, Greninja, Petrant, the whole top list is very strong. Even like in the middle of it, Malaweta, Donphan, Primarina, Incineroar, it's really, really strong. Petron could be interesting to use, and then Terra Stella Servine could be really interesting. Haunter with Terra, don't know how much we're going to use it. We'll see if that has to switch up later on the season, we will. But we'll see how we go with it. Might as well have it there. And then Glimmer is just there, obviously, to stack. So, like, I really like this team. The only thing I have a problem with is that it lacks physical, a strong physical offensive threat. I know I do got Sizzle, but something that's fast as well. I like that. Greninja can play offensively, physically, so it's alright. I think I can deal with my problem quite well here. Yeah, I think I got a decent team. I think I did alright. Make sure to keep an eye on me for the whole season, yeah, if you want to keep up. I'll be posting weekly with the UNPL vids. There'll be like battles each week. Hopefully we can win it. I'm looking forward to it playing. Definitely a lot of tough competitors here, especially Nuglo. I'll be looking forward to that match. Yeah, I don't know, just a lot of tough competitors. Make sure to go check everyone else out. They'll be in the description. There's a paste bin, so there'll be a description with all the other coaches in it. Make sure to go check them all out, especially Umbra, my boy, hooks me up with the draft analysis layout, and also has hooked me up with the team builder layout, so you'll be seeing that as well. He is an absolute G. Make sure to go check him out. Make sure to go check everyone else out, and keep up to date with what's going on, because you'll want to. It's going to be good. Thank you.